sponsored by Natex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Hey there, happy Friday night to you on this quiet but very uncomfortable evening with temperatures that are in the upper 70s. So we've got clear skies though, but we're talking upper 70s and low 80s. 81 in Springfield right now, but there's still some humidity out there, so it actually makes it feel like 87 degrees. That's just the beginning, okay? Tomorrow, these numbers will have 3 digits to them as temperatures and heat index values soar to 102 degrees at about 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, that doesn't look like much fun, does it? Okay, when do we finally cool things down? We'll bring in some rain. We'll talk about when all of that occurs when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
It's a real threat.
Parents are preparing to send their kids back to school. How districts are handling the potential for COVID coming into their classrooms. Plus, does it seem like your coronavirus test results are taking too long? We'll tell you what's to blame.
And when they're all finished, you're not going to know, it's going to almost look like new.
And what one school is going to look like once renovations are complete.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
In the last, say, 3 weeks, we have started already seeing cases go up.
That rise continues as the COVID-19 pandemic has reached a school in Champaign. A teacher at Next Generation Preschool tested positive, and now 6 kids and other staff have to quarantine. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. The health department was notified of the positive case yesterday. It raised a more widespread concern about the potential for more COVID-19 cases once school starts. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen has the story.
Parents are preparing their kids to go back to school in a few weeks. A concern weighs on many minds during the COVID-19 pandemic.
The thing is, it's a real threat.
The potential for kids to get the virus while in their classrooms is worrying for Renique Frazier, a mother of 5.
Kids just don't always follow the instructions. Now, if they followed everything to a T, as far as social distancing, masks, being safe, hand sanitizer, I would trust that, okay, this will work out.
The concern became a reality when a teacher at Next Generation Preschool tested positive for COVID-19. She worked with kids 2 years old and younger. 6 of them were exposed to the virus.
Those individuals will then have to be placed in quarantine for about 14 days.
The school's administrators say they've been taking all the precautions to make sure the virus doesn't spread further. The exposure is a reminder of the presence of COVID-19.
So the virus is still around, and it is still as bad as it was in March. So the things have not changed. People's perception have changed, thinking that, we are in phase 4, everything's opened up. That means we are all fine, but that's not true. That's what's going to happen when schools open up as well.
The Champaign-Urbana Public Health Department is stressing the importance for school staff and students to strictly follow safety guidelines in the classrooms.
Having small classroom sizes where the kids are at least 6 feet apart. So if a kid is more than 6 feet apart, and if there is a positive case in the classroom among kids, there will be no exposures identified.
But for some parents, even this doesn't give them peace of mind.
I have friends whose kids are going back to elementary school that haven't registered their kids at all because they're like, I'm not sure I'm sending them.
Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
If more positive cases of students or teachers come up in Champaign County, the health department will send formal letters to the school to give to parents that will detail the specifics of the case and instructions on what to do moving forward. If you've been tested lately and are wondering where your results are, you are not alone. Testing sites across the state say they've had longer wait times. In Sangamon County, the health director says results shouldn't take longer than 5 days, but Illinois Public Health says it can take up to a week. Health directors in central Illinois say the delay is the result of high demand.
Producing lots of tests. I think it's just more testing, at least from what we've been causing in our community to the state lab. I know that they've increased the actual testing of the specimen capabilities. So they're just very busy. I just think it's an increased volume since the reopening.
If you haven't gotten your results in 7 days, health directors say you should call the site where you got tested and find out what's going on. More than 40,000 tests were completed for COVID-19 in the past day. That led to the diagnosis of nearly 1,400 new cases, bringing the state's total number of cases to more than 159,000. The positivity rate for the last week is down to 3%, but another 22 deaths have been recorded for a total of nearly 7,300. The U of I is hiring students to help on campus during the pandemic. It's working as a student health ambassador. The job is to make sure students and staff at the university comply with coronavirus safety guidelines.
They will be walking around campus, and if they see someone who forgot their mask and is headed to class, they'll have spare masks to hand out or a hand sanitizer if you need it. If they see people congregating, they'll remind them of the need to stay 6 feet apart.
They'll be hiring 30 to 35 students, preferably those in medical health or communications majors. They're accepting applications now. 15 months of negotiations between the Decatur Public Schools and Decatur Federation of Teaching Assistants appears to be over. Talks started in April 2019. Officials said the two sides reached a deal on Tuesday for a successor contract for 2019 through 2023. It was ratified today by the TA union. Details on the agreement will not be announced until the school board votes on the deal Tuesday. A Shelbyville school board member is responding to his resignation after making racist and homophobic comments on social media. Last night, Keith Boehm stepped down from the board. He posted comments on Facebook the school board found to be unacceptable. You can see his comments here in response to a post about violence and crime. The comments were discriminatory, racist, and homophobic. Boehm sent a statement to WCIA regarding his resignation. It reads in part, quote, "I speak the truth. If that offends you, too bad. I am not a racist. My friends and those that matter to me know that. What I am is a citizen who cares for all, always willing to help those in need." You can read his full statement now on WCIA.com. A man in Charleston is accused of sexually assaulting a child 5 years ago. 22-year-old Scott Ross was arrested this week and has been charged. State police say when Ross was 17, he assaulted a child under the age of 13 in Cumberland County. A couple in Atwood's in jail accused of spanking a child too hard. Anthony Drake and Caitlin Hutcherson are both charged with aggravated battery of a child. Drake is the 4-year-old's father. Court documents say the child had to be taken to the hospital. Drake was previously on parole for drug charges. Officials said 2 people were hurt after a crash tonight on Lake Decatur. Happened between 2 jet skis around 6. The jet skis were riding side by side when they crashed. 2 people from one of the jet skis were taken to the hospital. That crash is now under investigation. There was a house fire in Paxton overnight. It happened near South Fall Street and Eastview Drive. 2 people who were asleep when the fire started were able to escape, but 2 cats died. The cause of that fire is under investigation. One organization is helping U of I students volunteer in Champaign County.
We saw an opportunity to create community for students as they work together in these projects.
What they do to get students matched with the right group. And schools in Monticello are getting a makeover while officials wanted to preserve some of one building's history.